Hey everybody, welcome back to Highway Blossoms. Last time we made it to the Grand Canyon, we ran into Mariah and company, and we hung out with them for a little bit, and got to just kind of enjoy the breathtaking experience it is to be at such a majestic place, which I could go on and on. If you couldn't tell, I absolutely love the Grand Canyon. But anyways, Amber and Marina were about to have a little moment before we left off, and then Mariah, like always, just has to barge in and ruin everything. Not a fan of her. Well, let's get into it and figure out what the hell she wants. There you are. Someone's about to die. That's how I feel, Amber. Can you just kick her ass already? Just get it over with. Mariah's shrill voice cuts through the moment, rupturing my eardrums in patience. I pull away and Marina has already turned around to face them. The trio appear like specters out of the darkness. You left us behind. We tried to, at least. You were the ones who dragged us out here. I at least expected you to stick around. Cowed into submission, Marina's shoulders fall. Back off. I wanted to see the sunset without you sighing about it. Whatever. It was a waste of my time either way. Come on, we're going back. Mariah lops off down the path at a brisk pace. Marina and Tess are back to photographing anything and everything, though the low light means that the pictures won't show up. Joseph and I trail behind at the end of the party. How is the sunset? Sighing, I pull ahead. Right now, even Joseph seems like a little too much. Yeah, that is annoying. I feel like that happens a lot more often than I'd like to happen in my own life, at least. Where you're having a moment with someone, and then some inconsiderate asshole has to come and barge in. And just, you're pissed afterwards. And you don't, I totally feel Amber right now. I'm just like, I would just be so like, don't talk to me. Don't even come near me, because I will never get that moment back in my life. It's very frustrating. It was okay. The campsite has cleared up a lot since set out this morning. It's still pretty full, but at least it's not claustrophobic anymore. A few campfires illuminate people that are left behind, plus the smoke keeps the bugs away. All 5 of us huddle outside my RV. The goodbyes are taking a while since Marina has to hug everyone at least twice. Then she says something to reignite the conversation, and the whole process starts over. Finally, I grab the door handle to signal that we're about done. Marina automatically begins the final round of hugs. So what's next for you guys? Maybe not. Back to poring over the journal to see what we can find. Once we locate it, it's straight off to wherever. Joseph heaves a heavy sigh. No rest for the weary. You don't get weary, slacker. You get motivated. Oh, you should put that on a shirt. Would you buy one? Nobody would. Then no. All of us, even Mariah, laugh a little. Finally, Joseph puts his arm around Tess and starts to lead them away. We'll get out of your hair for the night now. Staring down the path, they walk towards their motorhome. Wait a sec. They freeze. Marina looks at me too, curious. Next piece is almost definitely at Arches in Utah. I hear Marina gasp, though I don't see it. Joseph and Tess both look at Mariah, their profiles barely visible from the flickering campfires in the distance. Mariah nods stiffly. Thanks. It's probably the first time she's ever said that word. With a wave of her hand, she turns and they finally leave. Marina and I both watch until they vanish out of sight. Then Marina squeals. I'm so proud of you, Amber, and shocked. That was super nice of you. It wasn't much. This one's pretty easy to figure out when you take the time. I probably saved them half an hour at best. Still, it's the thought that counts. Why do you do it, though? Someone's got to take care of them after all. I look away, pretending to scratch an itch on my cheek. They're not that bad. God, why the sudden change of heart, Amber? I feel like very little has happened to make you change your mind, but that's okay. I won't question it. That, or you just want more competition, so you're like, I might as well give them a little tip, so I make this interesting for myself. The solemn loneliness of the open road extends far past my headlights and into the dark. A cool wind breezes through the cracked window and tosses around our hair as a jazzy experimental track crackles through the speakers. With each horn screech, Marina sinks further into her seat. She looks miserable. Do you want me to turn down the music a little? Oh no, I'm fine. It's not bothering me. She tries to disguise the glint of agony in her eyes by speaking in her usual peppy tone, but the pain still seeps through the cracks in her voice. A hollowness anchors down in my chest. I don't try burying it. The last time someone told me everything was fine, I ended up losing them. Maybe I'm just paranoid, but I don't want to risk it. Seriously, are you okay? No, really, I'm fine. Don't lie to me. My sharpness takes her off guard and she shifts her gaze. But I don't care, this could be urgent. Sighing, she hangs her head. Well, yeah. I kind of need to. Her voice trails off into a pit. Regret and shame color her face as if she's brought some great shame to her household or something equally dumb. My voice grows tense, urgent, my driving sloppy. Every pore of my clammy palms is stuck to the wheel. The hollowness comes back. Marina, what is it? I kind of need to, Marina winces, her mouth stretching into a pallid grimace. She clutches at her stomach and groans. You're kidding. I slap my hand against my forehead. How many more times am I going to let myself get worked up over something so stupid? What did I tell you about that burrito? I know, but I was so hungry. You never trust gas station burritos, Mar. That's one of the first rules of the road. I didn't think it would end up like this. I didn't know. A flood is starting to form in her eyes. Whether it's because of pain or my scolding, I'm not sure. Hopefully it's both, and she takes this opportunity to learn something. Well, you're gonna have to deal with it for now. The septic tank needs to be drained, and I can't do that until we get to Arches. What? Dude, you just pull over. Just pull over and find some bush. Just pull over. It's not that barren in Arizona. It is in some parts, but you can find some shrubs to hide behind. I'm just saying. I've had to do it before. It sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I'll stop if we pass a gas station or something, but that's not gonna be for a while. Seriously, pull over. What do people have against going in outside? As long as you have proper cover, it's really actually quite nice sometimes. Despair turns into desperation. Marina frantically looks for something to latch onto, anything to help her reclaim her hope. What about a rest stop? You serious? Sure, why not? I saw a sign for one down the road. Should be coming up pretty quick. Yes, most rest stops do have bathrooms, though. Why is Amber not okay with this or questioning it? Wait, why, Amber? Why? That's my question. Because you're better than that. You're better than that. Amber, if you were a real traveler, you'd pull over and tell her to go take a crap behind a bush. That's how a real road traveler does it. I mean, if a rest stop is too good, is that some kind of like road rules like cred that I don't get? I don't know. I drive a lot and I travel a lot on the road, and fuck, rest stops can be pretty nice. Rest stops aren't for people like this. They're for people like Mariah. That's awful. I don't even get that. Amber must know some road traveling rules that I have not gotten the memo for. Only the scum of the earth use them. At least that's what Gramps used to say. Oh, of course, of course. I've never actually been to one, mostly because he refused to use them. But if a people-loving hippie like Gramps referred to them as a cesspool of villainy where the seedy underbelly of humanity flocks, then I'm not sure I want to. Amber. Her voice deepens, straining as she enunciates every single word. I don't care if it makes me scum. If we don't stop now, I'm going to explode. I wave her off, but before I can counterattack, she dives in an inch from my face. Explode, Amber! We are going to that rest stop, whether you like it or not. Do you hear me? I gulp and reply with a shaky nod as Marina looks on with crazed eyes. I never knew she could be so scary. Amber, you don't mess. When someone's really got to go to the bathroom, you just don't fucking mess with that shit. She backs off and the usual pluck in her voice returns, flipping from sour to sweet in an instant. Thank you. Defeated and mildly disturbed, I jitter my eyes back and forth and wait for the next exit. Who knows? Maybe it won't be so bad. Wouldn't be the first time Gramps over-exaggerated. I'm 90% sure he was wrong about the government introducing the plague to local cat populations. I pull over to an isolated exit ramp which trails off into a dark lot. The lonely island is lit only by the sharp, unnatural light emanating from a shack on the edge of the lot, never treading more than a short distance from the building, denying its surrounding even the comfort of a dim glow. Despite the eerie darkness, we're not alone. A lone big rig with a half-assed parking job hulks over the lot. Must have been in a rush. Rolling my eyes, I squeeze into a parking space that isn't being hogged by the trailer. I cut the ignition and in the ensuing silence scan the shadowed area for anything unusual. As I watch, a silhouette emerges from a door framed by the light from within. But before I can warn her, Marina springs from the motorhome to run for the shack. Hey, wait, it's not safe! Without pulling the key from the dash, I launch out at the door and after Marina. Why the hell do we always end up running? The figure towers in the entranceway. Kicking up gravel, I screech to a standstill right behind Marina. Marina keeps jogging in place, unable to distract herself from the inevitable any other way. As my eyes adjust, his features materialize. He stares at us for an uncomfortable period of time, the bill of his unwashed baseball cap masking his eyebrows, making his stoic expression even harder to read. The women's bathroom is closed. He points to a paper taped to the door, the words "out of order" scribbled in marker. I checked. His scratchy voice rings with a slight twang. Dried food stains sit splattered on his tank top, his flannel unable to conceal the ripe stench. I have to force myself to not look away. I can't hold it in anymore. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Relax, just use the guy's bathroom. What? Is that even legal? Dunno, probably. Just use it. I'll keep watch. The man interjects, his eyes still fixated on us. Don't worry. I wasn't too bad this time. It should be cleared out. A disgusted groan slips out of me. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Well, if you say so. Without a second of hesitation, Marina races past the man and into the restroom. Her voice echoes from within. Whoa, is this a trough? I thought they were just a myth. Yeah, those things. I look at the man and shrug while awkwardly laughing off Marina's comment. Why is he still here? So, is that your truck? His serious expression morphs into a wide grin, showing off his sickly yellow teeth, each about as cracked and decaying as the walls. Wiping in the nose with the back of his hand, he leans up against an old soda machine. Why, yes, actually, yes, it is. He deepens his voice, letting the tone sway up and down. I can't tell if he's trying to be cool, seductive, charming, or is just a case of vertigo. Either way, I don't think it is quite the effect he's going for. Well, actually, nice word there, the trailer belongs to the company I work for. But the truck, that 0 to 60 miles an hour in 10 seconds, That's all me, sweetheart. He looks at me straight in the eyes, emphasizing sweetheart, and I struggled to keep down the bile climbing up in my throat. Oh, that's nice. It's very, I try to think of a compliment, something that will take the conversation somewhere else. Anywhere but here, or but there. It's very red. Nailed it. Red on the outside, sure, but I promise you the interior is pure white. He winks. Oh, what a creep. What a creep. If not for Marina, I would have driven off screaming into the night by now. I'm going to have to take a shower once we get to Arches. In fact, he isn't stopping. Why isn't he stopping? Maybe you and your little friend want to see what they call it, my... He slams his elbow against the soda machine. Nothing happens. Cursing under his breath, he does it again with more force. This time a can tumbles down, the momentum sending it rolling out into the cache and across the asphalt. Pickup truck? Really? That was your line? And you were trying to, like, be the Fonz right there and just, like, kick the jukebox / soda machine for something? Oh my god, this guy's, like, less creepy and just a little sad. Oh man, I pity the fool. Marina, are you almost done? Almost? You were right about rest stops, Gramps. Why didn't I listen? So how about it? Presented with the option to feign ignorance or bash his head against the wall, I choose to feign ignorance, but only by a smidge. For Marina's sake. Golly, mister, we really appreciate the offer, but we already have a set of wheels. Please let that work. Ah, I understand. Thank God. The trucker sighs and wipes the sweat from his brow. Besides, I'm pretty busy as is. After I finish this run, I'm gonna find myself some treasure. Oh no. Treasure? Yeah, you know, that gold the miner left lying around. It's all over the radio. I may have heard a thing or two about it. Great, another weirdo looking for the treasure, just what we needed. It's on my route, so I figured why not. Marina prances out of the restroom, restored to her old self. All done. You two have a nice chat? I look at Marina, then the trucker, then to his truck. Yet another despicable idea wiggles into my head, one that goes beyond picking on Mariah or leaving a tour. You know, we had a really nice talk. Really? He says it like he has trouble believing it. Sure did. In fact, I have to go check on something in the RV real quick. Why don't you take up where I left off and talk with good ol'... What's your name? The boys on the road call me Jumbo. Jumbo? Like the elephant? Oh, God. To Marina's terror, he bears his greasy smile. Ugh, what a creep. She backs away and half shields herself behind me, her voice softening to a whimper. Amber, I don't think I want to talk to this guy. I block my lips with my hand, lowering my voice to a whisper. I know, but just try to keep him distracted. I won't be long. I'll be right back, you two. Playing up the act, I skip across the lot and back to the motorhome. Dude, I would not. I don't care what you're planning, Amber. I would be so nervous to just, like, spend another second around that guy. Or leave Marina with him. I'd be like, we're out of here. Whatever sinister idea is brewing in your head, it's not fucking worth it. I fight back the invisible tears. Your sacrifices for the greater good, Marina, won't be in vain. I swing open the RV's door and rush to the nearest drawer, rummaging through until I find what I need. Screwdriver. Perfect. Exiting the motorhome, I sneak over to the big rib, tiptoeing so I'm not spotted. The driver's side provides sufficient cover, hiding me from the trucker and Marina. I bend down and take a knee on the gravelly concrete. With the screwdriver in hand, I unscrew the tire's valve stem. Once it's off, I take the screwdriver and insert it into the hole. The air seeps out with a steady hiss as the tire withers. Jumbo and Marina's conversation carries across the lot. Even from here, I can almost feel the spit spray from his mouth as he tries chatting up Marina with the exact same tactics he used on me. So wait, you're slashing his tires essentially, Amber, so he's stranded at that rest stop. So if other women who are traveling alone need to stop here for some reason, you're pretty much just like gonna just the logic. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because if you leave this guy stranded here, then other women such as yourself who are traveling alone may stop at this rest stop, and they're going to be stuck with this creep because he can't get out. Though I guess everyone has AAA in this day and age or can call a tow truck, but still, like, this seems so meaningless and dumb and juvenile. Okay, maybe there's more to the plan. Please enlighten me, Amber. He pauses. I cringe, bracing for the incoming punchline. It has a lot of thrust to it when I use the brakes. Marina manages to squeeze out a stifled laugh, though it sounds more like uncontrollable sobbing. Oh my God, I feel so bad for Marina. I don't think this is worth it, Amber. Jumbo does the same, unleashing his crusty laugh upon the earth. It sounds like you might hack up an ashtray. Keep the screaming inside, Amber. Resist the urge to repeatedly run him over with the motorhome. I scurry from tire to tire, deflating them until my mission has been accomplished. Sticking the loose cap in my back pocket, I emerge from the shadows and run back to Marina. Just in time, too. Marina is a pretty name. Sounds like it could bring flowing water and moisture to anywhere, even a barren wasteland like this. You know, I have a similar town. Okay, dude. Quiet. Your lines are all suck. Anyways, they're not just creepy, they're lame. It's hard. I don't know if I should, like, pity you, too. I feel as if I should. I grab her shoulders and push her away from the trucker. My sole focus now is getting us out of here. But we was having so much fun. A cold chill shoots up my spine, causing the hairs on the back of my neck to stick up. We walk faster. I'm sorry, Mr. Jumbo, but we're in a bit of a rush, too. We appreciate the conversation, though. Oh, ain't that right, Marina? She swings her head back and forth, mouthing no over and over. Well, maybe we'll meet down the road sometime. Then we can have even more fun. He starts laughing again. Our feet move even faster than before. His laughter echoes across the lot and bouncing off the nearby hills, growing louder until it becomes all I can hear. Run. Don't look back. Just run. I'm trying, Amber. I push her harder, our feet finally picking up enough momentum, and we scramble for the motorhome, the cackling now sounding closer than ever. Marina reaches the RV first and leaps inside, immediately twisting the lock on her door. I jump in next without bothering to clip in my seatbelt or even check the rear. The engine roars to life and I slam on the gas pedal, leaving a plume of exhaust behind as we screech out onto the road. When I'm sure we're safe, I let out the biggest sigh of my life. Gravity is lighter, the air conditioning is freshener, life is a gift. A hard force repeatedly hits my shoulder, shattering my zen-like appreciation of existence. Stop leaving me with weirdos. That wasn't just a weirdo. That guy was beyond. That was not like Linda or Howard or Mariah and co. That guy was just more than a weirdo. Second of all, what was the point of that scene? It just seemed a little not necessary, but I don't know. Maybe it'll become relevant later on. Again, I also don't know why Amber had the urge to slash his tires. That seemed like a lot of effort. And to leave Marina alone with him. And then, to leave him stranded, like I was saying, at a rest stop where other people would be traveling and stopping at. I don't understand the logic of that one, Amber. Jerk? Sheesh, that hurts. Good. Yeah, that's right, Marina. Fucking tell Amber to stop this. This madness of like just leaving you behind. I mean, at least with Linda and Howard, it wasn't bad. And certainly with Mariah and company, it's not that bad either. But I don't know. That guy was in a league of his own. You know, league of his own. I might deserve it just a little, though. You think? I rub my shoulder, trying to soothe the throbbing. She packs a surprisingly hard punch for such a tiny girl. Marina flings herself back into her seat and pouts. Why did you even leave, anyway? He said he was after the treasure, so I decided to conduct some secret ops. Grinning, I dig into my back pocket and pull out the caps. It takes a few seconds for Marina to register what I've done, but once she does, she joins me with a goofy grin of her own. You're so sneaky, Amber. Again, like, I understand that he was gonna go after the treasure, but it just seemed like that seemed like just a lot of effort to put into stopping him. When, you know, you don't even know anything. Like, the guy didn't seem too bright. He probably can't even decipher the journal. Probably doesn't even know where the treasure is. It's just a lot of effort for something that's probably didn't really matter, in my opinion. But I'm gonna get off that. I toss the caps out the window and take a sip of my coffee. It's cold now, but drinking it has never felt more satisfying. But Amber, can we never go to a rest stop again? It's kind of funny that apparently it's a reputation of rest stops. Who knew? I've never had problems at a rest stop before, though to be fair, I much prefer stopping at gas stations because I can buy food and fill up my car. But anyways, that was exciting. I still don't understand the point of that scene, stopping at the rest stop. I hope it becomes relevant later on, because if not, then it's just padding and it's worthless, or it seems worthless to me. But we'll find out next time. Anyways, thanks for watching and listening, and take care.